Hello beautiful people and welcome to the channel Life After Narc. My name's Debbie and I talk about all things to do with narcissistic, abusive and toxic relationships, as well as looking at healing from them. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about the differences between the narcissist and the empath. Before I get into the body of the video, if you enjoy it, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends and family anyone who you think may benefit. So, the differences between the narcissist and the empath. If I have missed something from my list, I've got 8 items here that I'm going to go through. I'm pretty sure there are many, many more. And if you can think of any that I may have missed, please put them in the comments section below. Often at the end of a narcissistic relationship, at some point through all the arguments and the breaking up and them leaving and collecting their stuff or you leaving, they will tell you that you are the narcissist. And because you're an empath, you'll go, what? Am I a narcissist? Really? And you will go and start reading up, watching videos like this on my channel and many others, and you'll start to realize that no, you weren't the narcissist, they were the narcissist. You just happen to be the empath. And this is a tactic that the narcissist often uses within the relationship as well as after the relationship. And it's a form of gaslighting. They're basically saying that you have what I have and therefore you're wrong and I'm right. And they will come up with the smallest thing that you may have done or not done to show that you don't have empathy. So for example, they may say, well, you told me when I had a cold that you just had the same cold and it wasn't that bad for you, but it's bad for me and you never looked after me and so on and so on. And, you know, they will use these kind of things to gaslight you, to make it seem that you are not paying as much attention or caring for this person as much as you should be. Because don't forget, the narcissist wants all the attention in the world. So here are some differences between the narcissist and the empath. And as I say, it's quite a short list. So let me know if you've experienced any of this or if you have other ones that you'd like to talk about. Now, the way they approach you at the start of the relationship will be very different to how an empath would approach the relationship. So they may say something clever or witty, something that will really lure you into their clutches, into their web, such as you're beautiful, I think you're amazing, I think you're gorgeous, and so on. And you're like, wow, this person really likes me. I'm flattered by that. And it's a hook. It's meant to draw you into them a little bit closer. Whereas the empath in a relationship generally wants to take things slow. They want to know the person that they're with before they commit to this person. And they may even be a little shy. Narcissists are generally not shy, especially the grandiose narcissist. Now, the covert narcissist may well play or pretend to be shy, but they aren't really. They're being very calculating and taking notice of exactly what you're doing and what you're saying. So number 2, rudeness. The narcissist can be incredibly rude. So for example, you go to a restaurant as one of your first dates and the narcissist, waiter, you know, that kind of thing. An empath wouldn't do that. Now, I have worked in the that industry as a waitress, and I know that it's a difficult job. It is. You've no idea how difficult it is unless you've actually done it. And, you know, I was always empathic with my client, with my customers, with the people that I was serving. I would try and get a friendly response from them, having a joke, having a laugh, telling them about the food. And as an empath, being in a restaurant with a waitress or a waiter, I will be nice and polite to them because, well, number 1, I don't want them to spit in my food. But number 2, they're people just like we are, whereas the narcissist sees them as less than. They are better than a waitress. They are better than a waiter. They are better than a shop clerk, somebody who sits at a till taking money all day. So they will belittle, treat them rudely, treat them with disdain, lack of respect. So these are things that you can watch out for at the start of a relationship, a few red flags, if you will. Number three, the narcissist may well pretend to have empathy. Um, they go into careers where they can feign empathy. So they may well become nurses or carers of some sort. And they pretend to help other people, but inside they are gaining supply because they see this other person's pain as their supply. And don't be surprised if you see a narcissist ignore a patient or a client if they are in that kind of industry. They will think that they know everything and that another person who's more senior knows less than them. And as I say, they will treat their patients or their clients with disdain. Whereas an empath will generally go into careers of helping people, healing. A lot of esoteric healers are empaths, people who deal with Reiki healing, crystal healing, and that angel healing and all of that kind of thing are empaths. But these people carry these problems with them, which is not good for them. But for example, I'm a Reiki master and I've healed or attempted to heal many people. It's part of my life as being giving to other people. And it's exhausting for you as the person because you feel everybody's pain, you feel everybody's hurts, you relate to it, whether it's psychological, emotional, or physical, you feel it. So the empath will often help other people for free, offering services for free, because they want to heal people. They actually want to make a difference, whereas the narcissist wants supply. And I can guarantee you the narcissist won't do anything for free. Number four, the narcissist has to have the best of everything. They have to have the best phone, the best car, the best house, the best job. And this is more so for a grandiose narcissist. And we can look at grandiose narcissists around the world. There are many of them, especially in politics, especially as world leaders, and as well as in the arts, in acting and so on. If the narcissist comes from nothing, this is even more important to them, to flash the cash. Whereas the empath doesn't care as long as it works. I live in a house full of secondhand furniture or donated furniture that's been donated to me. The only things that are new are my TV and my electronic equipment, my phones, my computers and so on, because that's what I work with. But the narcissist wants the best of the best, and they will spend any amount of money on it, and they'll spend your money on it as well. Number five, the narcissist will walk past a homeless person and completely ignore them, completely blank them. And we have an example of a certain prime minister who allegedly walked past a homeless person and burned a £50 note in front of them. An empath will do everything they can for people with less than themselves. They will give them food, they will give them the coat off of their back if they can. And I remember one Christmas walking through town and there was a harpist, lovely lady. She was brilliant, playing harp. It was freezing cold. I think it was Christmas Eve actually. It was freezing cold. And I put a £20 note into her hat. And my ex-narcissist said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, this has probably made her Christmas. She can now go and buy food for Christmas Day or a present for her children. That's what empathy is all about. It's not about being sympathetic with people, that's one thing, but empathy is about being caring for others and giving of yourself to others, sometimes to your own detriment. Number six, they are aloof. They tend to look down their nose at other people. They don't want to mix with certain types. They believe that they're above that. And again, this comes back to more the grandiose narcissist than the covert narcissist, but a covert narcissist will probably stay away from certain types of people that they don't want to be with. Or they will gain supply from those people. So they will make fun of them. They will... Have you ever, for example, you're walking down the street and you see somebody fall over? Now me, as an empath, will go over to that person, help them up. Whereas a narcissistic type of personality will laugh and make fun of them. Which would you rather be? I know what I would rather be. As I say, an empath embraces all in life. because they are able to relate to people and their hardships. Number 7, the narcissist will lie. Flat out lie. And again, I refer you to the grandiose narcissists in our world, being a certain prime minister, a certain president, who lie through their teeth. But the thing with a narcissist is they believe their lies. They believe what they're saying is the truth. The more they lie, the more they repeat the lie, the truer it becomes for them. An empath, on the other hand, can't bear to lie. They feel so much guilt if they tell a lie, and it would show on their faces. If they do the smallest thing wrong, they will feel guilty for that. It's just a part of being an empath, is feeling guilt. Now, recently, one of my cats, I had to put him to sleep because he was very poorly. And I have such extreme guilt about this because I should have realized sooner how poorly he was, but I didn't. And I blame myself. Meanwhile, it's just the law of nature. But there's still this part of me that will blame myself forever. A narcissist wouldn't even think of that. These lies to an empath, it will cause nightmares for the empath. They will ruminate over this for weeks, for months, perhaps even for years, because they want to be a good person. They essentially are a good person. This is not an act for them. This is who they are. Number 8, physical illnesses. The narcissist detests physical illnesses. Now, yes, many of them go on to be carers and nurses, but they detest illness of any sort, and they detest weakness of any sort. So, for example, many times if you are in a narcissistic relationship and you fall ill with a serious illness, let's say you have cancer, and my heart goes out to everybody out there who has cancer. It's an awful disease. My father passed away from it last year, and I have empathy for each and every one of you out there who is going through this. But it is often the case where the narcissist will leave. You're diagnosed with cancer, the narcissist will leave because they don't want to deal with it. You're not giving them supply anymore. You aren't able to give them what they need. So they will leave you. Whereas the empath will help to heal the other person. They will care for them. They will make their final days as comfortable as possible. They will do whatever they can to help that person and those people around that person. So as I say, these are just 8 differences between a narcissist and an empath. And if you can think of any more, I'd love to see them in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends. I hope to see you next time. Blessed be.